Now in Good Morning Northwest, measles returns to North Idaho after more than 30 years. An unvaccinated child in Kootenai County tests positive. What health officials are doing now and the warning they have for your family about this very contagious virus.
And we have strong gusty winds moving in later today to the inland Northwest. That is raising the fire danger. It's a 4 News Now Weather Alert Day.
And the National Guard troops deploy on D.C. streets to combat homelessness and crime. We're tracking the controversial mission. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting today with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Wednesday, August 13th. Let's check in with meteorologist Matt Gray, kicking us off with some severe weather.
Yeah, severe fire weather coming in later today across the inland Northwest. Ironically enough, it's going to bring us much cooler weather here in a couple of days, but the initial cold front that's going to come through is not going to help us out when it comes to the threat for fast spreading wildfires. In fact, it's going to make things worse. Sustained winds as we head towards 3, 4, 5 o'clock around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 20+ miles per hour. Wind gusts could be as high as 40 miles an hour. Eddie Spark is going to spread extremely fast, especially after all the hot weather that has really dried things out over the past couple of days. Some of the cooler weather we saw earlier in August, all but a distant memory at this point. So that's why today's a 4 News Now Weather Alert Day, especially across eastern Washington, where things are going to be their windiest as we head through this afternoon and then into the early part of this evening. Fire weather warnings, red flags up for places all the way from Oroville and Okanagan County to Winthrop to Colville, south across the Columbia Basin through the Spokane area and onto the Idaho Palouse, as well as the Washington side of the Palouse region. Extremely low humidity as well. Another one of those factors that we talk about when we talk about fire weather, which is the ability for how fast fires could spread in these weather conditions. So with that cold front, we are going to see some more beneficial weather. We just got to wait a couple of days and get through today before we can feel that. We'll take you through the rest of your week coming up shortly.
All right, Matt, thanks so much. Measles has returned to North Idaho for the first time in more than 30 years.
Panhandle Health District confirms an unvaccinated child in Kootenai County tested positive for this highly contagious virus. Health officials are now conducting contact tracing to figure out how the child contracted measles and who else may have been exposed. Idaho's kindergarten vaccination rates for the MMR vaccine are 13% below the national average.
Been worrying about this for a while, trying to remind parents to make sure they and their family are up to date on the vaccines.
Now, the virus can remain airborne in a room for up to 2 hours after an infected person leaves. Symptoms typically appear 1 week after infection and can cause severe complications, includes hospitalization. Health officials urge families to get vaccinated to protect against the resurgence.
We are following breaking news out of D.C. Overnight, National Guard troops hit the streets. Their job is to help tackle homelessness and crime in the area. But before they got started, more than 100 troops received a pep talk from the Trump administration. Then they posted up along the National Mall and began their mission.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time.
The Army says the troops won't be carrying weapons, but they will have access if needed. Officials also added that this mission could take weeks as the city tackles both security and homelessness at the same time. This is a developing story, and we will continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting in the studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Spokane Valley fire investigators are working to catch the arsonist responsible for 6 fires set early yesterday morning. 3 fires started near the Mirabeau Trailhead at 2 a.m. Then 3 more just a half-mile away on the Centennial Trail 5 minutes later. They join a growing number of fires intentionally set across the inland Northwest this summer.
Deemed suspicious due to the multiple starts and the lack of fire starting evidence other than what could be brought by a person intentionally starting these fires.
Investigators believe the same person set all 6 fires because of their location and timing. Last week, police arrested a woman for allegedly starting 15 fires along the Spokane River. Fire officials warned that one fire getting out of control could damage neighborhoods and hurt people. If you have any information about these fires, you are asked to call Crime Check.
Police are searching for a suspect in connection with Monday's homicide in Hayden. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says a man called 911 when he found blood on his front porch and an injured man on his property. KCSO says that 35-year-old Kenneth Caltero sustained traumatic injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. No other victims or suspects were around. Now, if you know anything about what happened, call the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office.
The new Performing Arts Center in Spokane Valley just received a donation of more than $1 million to help complete construction. It's being built, that facility, on East Mansfield Avenue near the Spokane Valley Mall. This is what the site looks like right now. And here's what it'll look like once it's complete. The Spokane Valley Summer Theater says part of that money will cover a 500% rent hike to use Central Valley School District facilities next year. They've been using it for years. The rest will go toward construction. The theater says the donation comes at a crucial time since it needs to raise more than $15 million by September 30th.
And speaking of art, the Washington Arts Commission has officially named Hilliard the first certified creative district in Spokane County. There are some benefits to this. For example, it comes with a $10,000 startup grant and makes the area eligible to up to $50,000 in capital funding. Some hope that this will inspire other neighborhoods to do the same. In fact, right now, the Garland District is in the middle of applying for its own certification. The Salvation Army of Spokane will hold one of its biggest events of the year today.
Yeah, Backpacks for Kids distribution starts at 9 this morning. In addition to getting free backpacks and school supplies, there'll also be a vendor resource fair with more than 40 local organizations offering information and services.
It's a great chance just to remind ourselves and get our kids signed up for Girls and Boy Scouts or for soccer or for other extracurricular activities like after school programs and things, in addition to preparing for the upcoming school year.
The Salvation Army will hand out those supplies at the Indiana Street location. It's on a first-come, first-served basis based on grade level. Parents will need to bring photo ID and proof of the child living in the household. You can do that with things like your kid's school ID or school registration.
And it's a busy event, so make sure to get there early, have what you need.
That line will start lining up early. It is now 7 minutes after 6.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, heading into a day we got to be aware of the conditions.
Yeah, got to be aware of what's going on here today. After all, we haven't really had to worry about fire season type stuff with the cooler temperatures we've seen up until the last couple of days here in the month of August. Well, things change today with these gusty winds. We'll track it for you coming up.
Tasty Lentil and Dandy Pea are heading to Pullman this weekend. The Palouse celebrates its signature crop. Coming up, what you'll find at the National Lentil Festival just ahead.
And rising COVID cases across the country, but getting vaccinated this fall could be harder than ever. The FDA considers pulling authorizations for vaccines for kids under 5. The parents need to know. What's up next?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing, plus an additional $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
Chevrolet, together let's drive.
The swimsuit season has arrived, and that means extra time in the gym to look good this summer at Move Fitness.
Time to get it on.
From squats and lunges for the booty to curls for the girls, Move Fitness has the classes and machines to make this summer your best. And you can get it all for about $1 a day.
Time to get it on.
Move Fitness.
Custom is more than choosing from a few fabric options. With our custom upholstery, you get control over almost every detail, so you can design a piece that's perfect for you. From the style of the arms and legs to the cushion type and pillow shape. Perfect style, perfect comfort, created for you. The Custom Comfort Event. Get 30% off store-wide at the Tin Roof.
For For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
When allergies throw a sucker punch, the power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears.
It is 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Donald Trump meeting virtually with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and several other European leaders today.
Their conversation is a precursor to Trump's summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday. Significant obstacles stand in the way of a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine. Zelensky wants security guarantees from allies. He says otherwise Russia could attack again in the future.
It may be a little tougher this fall for parents who want to get their young children vaccinated against COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says the Food and Drug Administration might not renew authorization for Pfizer's vaccine that was made for children under 5 years old. Without FDA approval, healthy children under that age would have to get an off-label dose by a willing physician or pharmacist. Earlier this year, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said the CDC will no longer recommend the shots for healthy children or pregnant women.
An anti-affirmative action group has dropped a pair of lawsuits against West Point and the Air Force Academy. Students for fair admission threw out 2 lawsuits after they reached agreements with the Trump administration. This comes months after President Donald Trump ordered the military academies to eliminate admission policies that considered race.
A new study shows extreme heat is killing a large number of birds. The research shows extreme heat events reduced bird populations in the tropics by 25 to 38% between 1950 and 2020. It happened even in remote and protected areas where populations are typically more stable. Scientists say tropical birds are highly sensitive to extreme heat because they can't sweat and they dehydrate easily. Climate change has led to 10 times the number of dangerously hot days than 40 years ago.
And speaking of hot days, not going to be as hot as the last couple of days, but still warmer than the average by a good bit. It's going to be windy as well as we get some cooler air coming in later this week. But fire danger is up today. Stay fire aware.
The National Lentil Festival returns to Pullman this weekend. Beginning Saturday, you can enjoy some live cooking demos, visits from mascots like Tasty Lentil, Dandy Pea, and Chelsea Chickpea. WSU's Butch T. Cougar will also make an appearance as well. Kids can get their faces painted, do crafts, and learn how to juggle. The fun starts at noon in Rainey Park. Juggling is a good skill that you can show off for years to come. So this is really an investment in their future.
I think I need to go. I want to learn how to juggle. To be honest with you, and I can't do it.
Hey, there's enough of incentive there. Lentils, Butch T. Cougar, juggling. What more do you need? Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
All from Tennessee to Alaska, dangerous flooding forces evacuations and rescues across America. Now a tropical storm threatens to become the season's first major hurricane. The coast-to-coast weather crisis coming up.
And we had a live look at the Green Street Bridge, where a major construction project came to a screeching halt. The strike that froze this and a few other projects in our area coming up a little later here on Good Morning Northwest.
Wildfire season is here, and a spark could quickly turn into an inferno. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Matt Gray.
We're not just forecasting, we're giving you the time you need to keep your home and family safe.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Call now and receive $500 off.
Frisky's World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
This year marks a powerful milestone, 90 years of Social Security. Since President Roosevelt signed it into law in 1935, it's been a cornerstone of economic security. Over the past 9 decades, not a single payment has been missed. That's not just reliability. It's a testament to the strength and success of one of America's most trusted institutions. AARP Spokane invites you to a celebration event on August 14th. Gather with your neighbors, meet new friends, and take action to protect what you've earned. Find out more and register at this website.
We invite you to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play, enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mistaqua.com.
Comfort and peace. When a loved one is in need of end-of-life care, it's more than care. It's warmth and dignity in the face of advanced illness. Courage binds us all. The courage in facing a terminal illness together. Our care team have dedicated their lives to alleviating pain, discomfort, and providing licensed around-the-clock medical attention. We are Hospice of North Idaho, and we are honored to care for your loved one.
In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
Give us a call today.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Call now and receive $500 off.
Olympus Living of the Spokane Valley. Independent and assisted living for adults 55 plus.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:17, and we're following some breaking news. A box truck rolled into a ravine early this morning on State Route 195 north of Thornton. It's according to the Washington State Patrol. The driver there was life flighted to Spokane and is alert and stable and talking, but the road is open, but emergency vehicles and tow trucks will be on the scene throughout the morning. So if you're driving in this area, be sure to slow down, move over, and use caution. In other news this morning, serious weather worries from the East Coast all the way up to Alaska.
Flooding already leading to a state of emergency in Tennessee as the Northeast braces for what could be the first major hurricane of the season. Here's ABC's Rhiannon Nally.
Overnight, a flash flood emergency in Hamilton County, Tennessee. Multiple vehicles on Interstate 24 near Chattanooga submerged, drivers stranded, a police officer carrying this woman on his back, crews wading through waist-high water, bringing residents trapped in their homes to safety. Meanwhile, farther north in the Chicago area, storms flooding homes and streets and bringing down trees. But a far bigger flood threat could be looming thousands of miles away in Alaska. People in parts of Juneau now being urged to evacuate ahead of a so-called glacial outburst that could release up to 15 billion gallons of water. Rainwater and snowmelt from a basin dammed by the Mendenhall Glacier has started to escape, driven largely by climate change and warming temperatures. Officials tell KTOO Public Media the river could rise to more than 16 feet.
This is a very dangerous situation. Please stay away from the river. Being near the river just presents inherent danger.
Flooding from the same basin in 2023 caused this home to collapse into the river. But officials say this year they're prepared with emergency flood barriers. Back on the East Coast this morning, forecasters are closely watching Tropical Storm Erin, which could become the first major hurricane of the season.
We think that a majority of this will stay away from a landfalling storm, but I can promise you, you got beach plans next week. You will see rip currents and high surf along the East Coast.
The waters have already turned deadly in the Northeast. In Seaside Heights, New Jersey, 5 people got caught in a rip current. 1 man died. His son was seriously hurt.
Tropical Storm Erin is expected to be a major Category 3 hurricane by Sunday, passing north of Puerto Rico. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
All righty. And here at home, we are talking about our own weather that could cause some problems.
Yeah, exactly. Windy weather, hot conditions, and tell you what, the heat has already been doing a number on wildfires in our broader region. I was looking out at our camera this morning, now that the sun is up, and I kept looking at these clouds, and I kept going, kind of look funny. They're kind of colored a little funny. Maybe they're not clouds. Maybe there's something different. Yeah, folks, we got some elevated smoke over us right now here in Eastern Washington. Thank goodness, not down in our breathing space, but just goes to show you how hot this weather has been, even over on the west side where we got a big fire in the Olympic Peninsula, and there's another one on Vancouver Island. It's been belching out the smoke here for the last couple of days. Now with the turning of the winds ahead of this front, that smoke elevated over us right now, so there will be some unusual coloration to the sky at times as we go through the day today, and hopefully we do not add on to this at all with local fires and get any smoke down into our breathing space, as I mentioned before. So air quality not a concern, at least not at the moment. For this afternoon, temperatures up into the 90s, not nearly as hot as yesterday, but certainly hot enough when we talk about fire weather conditions. Temperatures in the 90s, very dry air mass. Our humidities are going to be extremely low for the afternoon. And then you add in the winds. That is the extra ingredient, which is why today is a 4 News Now Weather Alert Day, where we're telling all of you, hey, you need to be aware of what's going on today, because any new fires that pop up could spread extremely quickly. Here as we go towards 3, 4 o'clock, you can see mainly across eastern Washington, those winds are really picking up, those gusts, 30+ miles an hour, as high as 40 miles an hour at times through the late afternoon and into the early portions of the evening. Once we get past the evening drive, we'll also see sustained winds up above 20 miles an hour, which is notable. And by the time we head towards kind of 9 o'clock, we'll start to see things begin to ease off. That's when those fire weather warnings that are up for eastern Washington and the Idaho Palouse will expire. But in the meantime, we all have to be aware and careful what's going on. What should you be doing? Well, first of all, you're watching us. You're aware of what's happening. If you have local emergency alerts where local sheriff's departments or things like that send things on your phone, that's a great way to sign up for stuff. Make sure you are prepared and be deliberate. Make sure you are not setting or not sparking any new wildfires by accident. Just keep things on the top of your mind. We'll have much cooler weather by the time we get to Friday and Saturday. So we just got to get through today.
Yeah.
And just, once again, just be aware. Just be careful what's going on. By the time we get past the afternoon, we're all good.
All right. Matt, thanks.
It is now 6:22.
Well, the Mariners are on an absolute tear right now, snagging their 8th win in a row last night in Baltimore. And the Zags are padding their non-conference schedule for this upcoming basketball season, having just added a former Pac-12 team to the schedule. We'll tell you who that is. That's next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
This river wasn't dammed in a day, and GMC trucks weren't built overnight. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Get 5.9% APR on GMC Sierra heavy-duty models. That's over $4,000 in average finance savings.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
From dealing with insurance companies to helping you find doctors and repair shops.
One call, that's all means we take care of everything after your car wreck.
Craig Swap and Associates made the whole process so easy.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hard dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science. One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day, science that matters.
The Mariners are now on an 8-game win streak and looking for the #1 spot in the AL West. Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Sydney Berger. Seattle was 5 games behind Houston less than 2 weeks ago, but now with an Astros loss last night, the Mariners are tied for the lead in the division, and that is something we haven't seen since early June. The only run of the game last night came from a player they acquired about 2 weeks ago before the trade deadline. That's Josh Naylor. He had a base hit good enough to bat in Randy Arozarena in the first inning. And then after that, it was a pretty quiet night for both offenses, but the M's got it done with the final score of just 1-0. Mariners fans, you want to keep your eye on that series between the Astros and the Red Sox. Boston just defeated the Astros with a big-time 14-1 win. That helps the Mariners climb the division ladder. Seattle and Baltimore continue their series later this afternoon at 3:35. And according to college basketball insider John Rothstein, Gonzaga has scheduled a game against Oregon as a part of their non-conference schedule. The two teams are supposed to meet in the Moda Center where the Portland Trail Blazers play. The Zags and Ducks have only met twice, and a matchup against Oregon adds to the powerhouse list of opponents, including Oklahoma, Kentucky, ASU, UCLA, Creighton, Alabama, and Maryland. That game is supposed to be December 21st. That'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
Go, M's, go.
It is now 6:26.
Before we go to break, here's a first look of what's coming up on Good Morning America starting at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, armored truck robbery.
Colgate Road, H Mart. This truck was robbed.
Dramatic surveillance video capturing 2 armed thieves robbing an armored truck in Pennsylvania, making away with hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash.
They ordered the driver to turn over their firearm and then proceeded to rob them of a large quantity of U.S. currency. The suspects approached, committed the robbery, and fled, all in a course of 15 to 20 seconds.
Police say they believe the suspects are tied to other robberies in the area, but those suspects still on the run.
The way the robbery was committed was very similar to the other robberies that we're aware of, all of which have a very similar MO with 2, sometimes 3 subjects approaching an armored car. So we're investigating this as possibly being related.
And we'll have much more on this armored truck robbery coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
About 1 in 5 people with fatty liver disease have NASH, which can lead to cirrhosis.
I thought I had fatty liver disease, but it's actually NASH, and it's scarring my liver.
Resdifra is the first and only treatment for NASH with moderate to advanced liver scarring without cirrhosis. It works directly in the liver to help reduce scarring and reduce NASH.
Before taking, tell your doctor about liver or gallbladder problems, or if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or plan to be. Serious side effects include liver injury, gallstones, gallbladder, pancreas inflammation. Stop taking and call your doctor about tiredness, nausea, vomiting, fever, rash, jaundice, stomach pain. Tell your doctor if taking gemfibrozil, cyclosporin, clopidogrel, or statins. Side effects include diarrhea, itching, dizziness, constipation.
I have a way forward.
Ask your liver specialist to test for scarring and ask about Resdifra.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Pacific Northwest Food and Wine Festival.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we let our reviews speak for themselves. To see more of our reviews, just go to goldsealplumbing.com/reviews.
Goldshell Plumbing, we're on our way.
This year marks a powerful milestone, 90 years of Social Security. Since President Roosevelt signed it into law in 1935, it's been a cornerstone of economic security. Over the past 9 decades, not a single payment has been missed. That's not just reliability. It's a testament to the strength and success of one of America's most trusted institutions. AARP Spokane invites you to a celebration event on August 14th. Gather with your neighbors, meet new friends, and take action to protect what you've earned. Find out more and register at this website.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We're kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story trackers, the stories people are talking about this morning.
Now, President Donald Trump will appear at the iconic Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. today. He's expected to announce the first recipients of its Hallmark honors since he took control of the institution's board earlier this year. Trump installed himself as Kennedy Center chairman in February. In a Truth Social post yesterday, Trump wrote, the Trump/Kennedy Center, alluding to Republican efforts in Congress to rename the complex. Then he wrote, whoops, I mean Kennedy Center.
Stargazers gathered at an observatory in Split, Croatia to witness the annual Perseid meteor shower. This time-lapse footage shows the celestial spectacle as it illuminated the night sky, with visitors expressing awe of that cosmic displays. The meteor shower was also visible in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where the time-lapse video showed meteors streaking above a monument tank commemorating the Bosnian War. Good morning, Northwest. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It's Wednesday, August 13th.
Matt Gray planned my day.
So good news today, not going to be as hot, not going to be as just oppressive. However, and this is a big however, we've got gusty winds coming in, and it's stuff you need to be aware of. It's a 4 News Now weather alert day. Severe fire weather conditions because of these winds that are going to be coming in, especially to eastern Washington for this afternoon. So we still end up in the 90s, but not nearly as warm as the last couple of days. Instead of upper 90s, we're talking low and mid 90s, but still more than hot enough to keep things dry and ready to ignite if things break in the wrong way. Then we have the winds, and these are going to be exceptionally strong as we get into the afternoon. We're talking about sustained winds in the 20-mile-an-hour range, and then gusts as high as 40 miles an hour as a cold front comes through, ironically enough, to bring us much nicer weather as we head later into the week. But for today, with those temperatures still in the 90s, all this leads to is a high risk of fast-moving wildfires, and we all need to be extra careful this afternoon and aware of what is going on because things could get out of hand fairly quickly. Fire weather warnings for Spokane, across eastern Washington, down into the Idaho Palouse from noon to 9 p.m. today. We'll talk about the cool weather that's coming in behind this fire danger, time things out for you with the winds coming up.
We are following breaking news this morning. President Trump is set to host a virtual meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. This comes just days before his summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Now, the White House is calling today's meeting a listening session. Meanwhile, Zelensky was not invited to the Friday summit and has made it very clear that real peace cannot happen without Ukraine at the table. He also warns that Putin cannot be trusted, saying the Russian president is only looking for a personal victory, not a plan to end the war.
I'd hope to have them come to a better resolution, figure things out, and be able to talk to each other in a reasonable manner.
Today's meeting is meant to gather information before the summit on Friday, and the president is set to travel to Alaska that same morning. We will keep tracking this story all week. Reporting in studio, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
All right, Hannah, thanks. Washington State Patrol has some warnings as it investigates Saturday's deadly crash that killed Spokane County Sheriff Sergeant Kenneth Salas. He died when a motorcycle hit him while he helped move a hay bale off I-90 near 4 Lakes. During the investigation, WSP reminds drivers about the rules of the road. State law requires drivers to move over one lane or slow down to 10 miles per hour below the posted speed limit when emergency vehicles, construction crews, or roadside assistance is blocking a lane of traffic.
That's why that law was in effect, because we had emergency workers, police officers and paramedics, firefighters and construction workers and tow drivers that have had a series of collisions in those areas where people didn't move over.
WSP also wants drivers to know how to properly secure what's in the bed of your truck or on a trailer. It's important those items are tied down and secure. Breaking either of those laws could result in steep fines, and it puts others in danger.
A high-speed chase ends in flames on a Nez Perce County highway when a suspected drunk driver tries to escape an arrest. Idaho State Police say the driver of a red Toyota RAV4 was already wanted for felony domestic battery when troopers spotted the vehicle driving recklessly on U.S. Highway 12 Monday. The driver tried to elude police at a high speed, circling back multiple times and driving into oncoming traffic. Troopers used a pit maneuver to stop the car, which then spun out, crashed, and caught fire. Troopers put out the flames and arrested the driver. Police say his blood alcohol was twice the legal limit. His charges include felony, eluding, and excessive DUI.
Central Valley students head back to school a week early this year as the district abandoned its tradition of starting after Labor Day and adopts a new what's called balanced calendar. The new model adds extra days off throughout the school year, including a long weekend in November before Veterans Day and a week-long winter break in February instead of just President's Day.
That flexibility and nimbleness is providing us an option to look at every calendar year differently.
The district hopes starting school a little earlier will help combat learning loss while improving student and staff well-being. CV Superintendent John Parker says the changes also create better flow for students and staff to know when they will be on and off. Central Valley will test the new calendar for the next few years before making it permanent.
A strike by a local labor union is impacting 3 different local construction projects. The Department of Transportation confirmed work is suspended on the North Spokane Corridor's Spokane River Crossing, paving projects near Pullman on Highway 195, and in Chewelah on Highway 395. Here's a live look at the Green Street Bridge. The DOT says due to holes in the Green Street Bridge, the northbound lanes and one southbound lane of that bridge are closed as well. The DOT says in case strike negotiations take longer to resolve, Public Works will develop plans to keep these projects on schedule. Well, we have a nice update this morning from the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center.
Yeah, we reported last week the food bank had to close its doors because it was out of food. Well, yesterday the center posted on Facebook its emergency food drive raised more than $5,000 and 10,000 pounds of donated food. It posted these pictures of the shelves filling up once again. Today is the final day of that emergency food drive, and the center is still accepting donations, saying, "Thank you again, Spokane. We are so grateful for this community. If you would like to donate, we have information on how to help. It's up on KXLY.com.
Oh, such great viewers. Love
They
it.
pull through again. It's now 6:38.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, taking a live look outside at those conditions, what we can expect for today.
Yeah, more 90s today. Not nearly as hot as the last couple of days, but certainly hot enough that we are talking about fire weather as the winds kick up this afternoon. We're also tracking some smoke this morning from western Washington. Yeah, a little weird. All that coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, calling all artists Bloomsday. Need your creativity for the 50th Running Finishers shirt design. The submission deadline and rules you need to know just ahead.
Plus, more than a year later, deputies arrest an East Wenatchee teenager for starting a 305-acre wildfire. The firework that sparked it all and the investigation that followed. That's right after this.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Warner Music Nashville's multi-platinum star Gabby Barrett continues to be an unstoppable force in country music and will be live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Thursday, August 14th. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
If you're looking for a great deal on quality pre-owned vehicles with a great selection to choose from, then you need to come down to Finley Honda, Spokane.
And right now, we're giving $1,000 over Kelly Blue Book fair market value for your trade-ins.
With summer almost over and the kids soon headed back to school, Now, more than ever, is the perfect time to get that new flooring or some stylish new cabinets before winter arrives. From Northwest Granite and Cabinets.
At Northwest Granite, our showroom is packed full of great ideas. From stunning granite, marble and quartz countertops, to modern-looking wall panels, and a large selection of flooring options. Northwest Granite can help you design it and install it so you can enjoy it.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
I'm 4 News Now Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker. Every little bit helps when it comes to protecting our river and aquifer. Learn to be water wise.
I'm Lieutenant Verdine with the Spokane Fire Department, here with your Water Wise Wednesday tip. We're going to an odd even watering schedule based on the last digit of your address. Here at the station, we're 5225, so we're going to go to an odd watering day. So we're doing it here at Station 16. You too can do it at home and maintain a healthy green looking yard. This is green grass done right. For more tips, go to waterwisespokane.org.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:41. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office has arrested an East Wenatchee teenager for starting a 305-acre wildfire last year. 18-year-old Eric Kazanza Tellez is charged with first-degree malicious mischief and second-degree reckless burning. The fire did not burn any buildings or injure any people. The Sheriff's Office spent more than a year investigating before arresting Kazanza Tellez. Detectives say he had been in the area on the night of the fire and ignited a mortar-type firework that sparked the flames. This case is still active, and the Sheriff's Office says any additional information will be released as it becomes available.
Takeaways today in your forecast. It is going to be windy as we head through this afternoon, and still on the hot side of things. Stay wildfire aware, as these are the worst wildfire weather conditions we've had in a little while.
Tens of thousands of people could wear your artwork. Bloomsday is accepting submissions for the 50th Running Finisher shirt. Anyone can design one. The winner will receive a $1,000 cash prize. Submissions close September 26th. Bloomsday will notify the winner in early November. You can use up to 4 colors in your design, and it must include one of 4 phases. You can find the list of phrases inside this story on KXLY.com.
Like I said earlier, every year the Bloomsday shirt, designed as an honor.
So exciting.
This 50th year one, can't wait.
It is now 6:42.
A teenage pilot on a mission to fight cancer finds himself stranded in Antarctica, facing arrest and losing his license. How an emergency landing derailed his around-the-world fundraising flight. That's next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for best in class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
Looking for a cool new tricked out truck? Perfect for the Inland Northwest? Then you need to visit Cal Cars, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's Truck Kings. From half to 3/4 ton to dualies and diesels. Like your deal, love your wheels this week at Cal.
You've worked hard all year long. This Labor Day, relax in style and comfort for less than $500. At More Furniture, get the best of both worlds with a sofa chaise, combining a classic sofa with the extra lounge space of a chaise. Built-in storage, drop-down tables, and reversible chaises, perfect for any room. All the latest functions, all for one unbeatable price. Choose your favorite and take it home today for only $4.95. Only at More Furniture, where everyone gets more furniture for less.
This September, you could be leaving Northern Quest in something different. A lot different. As in, the whole neighborhood suddenly has a staring problem when you roll up in a new GMC Canyon. Different. It's our $160,000 Grander Canyon giveaway. With 2 2025 GMC Canyons up for grabs, plus thousands in cash prizes. You know, in case you need to add a garage. To the garage. The Grander Canyon giveaway. Play daily to enter. Only at Northern Quest.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Moo Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Moo Fitness.
Every animal has a story. Some stories we know, others we don't. No matter how they come to us, these precious animals are cared for until a loving home can be found. From medical care to foster care, your donations keep these animals healthy, happy, and loved. Go online or call right now to make their journey home possible. Companions Animal Center, formerly Kootenai Humane Society, where homeless animals receive a second chance at life.
4 News Now is brought to you by BECU and the Scalehouse Market.
Welcome back. It's 6:45. A teenager on a mission to fly around the world and raise money to fight cancer is stranded in the harsh wintry conditions of Antarctica.
Authorities claim his flight was illegal. ABC's Lionel Moyes has that story.
This morning, a globe-trotting teenage activist is speaking out after his arrest during a fundraising trip around the world.
Attempting to become the first person ever to fly all 7 continents solo.
20-year-old Ethan Guo is 1 year into his fight against cancer, flying from the U.S. to Europe to the Middle East and beyond in hopes of raising $1 million for St. Jude's.
We're officially in Singapore!
But his trip was derailed when his flight from Chile to Argentina took an unexpected turn. Guo telling our Danny New an in-flight emergency forced him to make an unexpected landing on King George Island, a remote area with strict regulations for incoming air traffic.
Everything was good for like an hour. Then they came up to me and then they just told me to follow them. They didn't say a single word. Then they told me I was under arrest. I asked them, what am I under arrest for?
On the ground, Chilean authorities accused him of falsifying flight plans, which could cost him his pilot's license.
It was an international flight plan. It was approved by the Chilean government. I had the official Chilean government stamps. I paid the international fees. I cleared international customs. This was all documented.
Guo was barred from leaving until a judge weighed in on the charges. After more than 40 days of waiting, he struck a deal this week with the Chilean government. Officials agreed to drop the charges if he donated $30,000 to Chile's childhood cancer research program. Guo says he's willing to pay the fine because donating to cancer research was his goal in the first place.
He is still waiting for approval to leave Antarctica, but he'll also have to pay storage fees for his plane. Lionel Moyes, ABC News, New York.
Not fun when he's trying to do such a good thing.
Wow, so many layers to that story, isn't there? Speaking of layers, we got layers of clouds and
smoke and
heat.
Yeah. I know. Well, hey, it was super hot the last couple of days, so I guess no surprise, all of a sudden, haze is back in our skies. But we are going to try at least keep you aware of conditions today so we don't have any more smoke and haze in our skies. Hot, dry, windy today. That's the big key. Cold front arrives today, really ups the fire danger this afternoon. It's going to be much cooler tomorrow as a result of that cold front, along with some shower chances Friday and Saturday. So we just got to get through today. When we have fire weather days like this, you got to be aware of what's going on. Local emergency alerts can be sent through your phone from local sheriff's departments or emergency management services. You know, that's a great way to make sure you're aware immediately of what's going on if there's a fire in your community. Hey, look, we all know we talk about go bags here all the time, but on days like today, it's just a good idea to mentally go through, hey, where are those things that I would have to get very quickly? The first few things I would grab, where are they right now if I had to leave my home very quickly? And of course, being deliberate. What do I mean by that? I mean, we're being extra careful. We're being conscious of the weather today, especially this afternoon, and we're really being careful to not start any sparks or things like that that could cause the next wildfire. Why are we so concerned about today? Well, the combination of the winds plus all the heat that's baked us the last couple of days. This computer model from the U.S. Forest Service pushing the fire weather conditions, in other words, how hot and dry and windy it is compared to the historical average, into the top 5%, at least the top 10%, but could be the top 5% of fire weather conditions for mid-August, which it's mid-August. It's the middle of fire season. That is quite exceptional. It's all because of the winds and the combination with the heat over the past couple of days. So when we get towards 3, 4 o'clock, that front's moving through, and especially across eastern Washington, right across the I-90 corridor, and then down through the Columbia Basin. We're seeing those wind gusts getting close to 40 miles an hour at times. That'll be kind of that 2-3 hours between 3, 5 to about 6 p.m. or so, just kind of depending on how fast the front actually moves in. That things are going to be the windiest, and also that's the driest part of the day, so the most dangerous as well. Much nicer weather is on the way as that cool air comes in behind the front. Your morning sprint is coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap & Associates. For over 100 years, we've gathered here. Dusty boots meet blue ribbons, and fair food meets family tradition. At the North Idaho State Fair, we're not just making memories, we're keeping tradition alive. Join us August 15th through the 24th for the best 10 full days of unforgettable memories right here in North Idaho. Get your tickets now at nisfair.fun for the North Idaho State Fair, presented by ICCU.
We invite you to Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play, enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at Mistaqua.com.
With heat like this, air conditioning's a necessity. Bill's Heating and AC can get you the relief you want with the urgency you need. We offer free same-day estimates and next-day installation. Plus, all our new equipment comes with a low price guarantee. So call Bill's Heating and AC today and take advantage of our 0% for 5 years promotional financing.
This is your community, and your stories deserve to be heard. At 4 News Now, we're here to listen, connect, and bring you the news that truly matters. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Thank you.
I got this.
Thanks. I'm Alex.
I'm Jade.
It's safe to say that a great day's work starts with a great night's sleep. So no matter what kind of job you have, Denver Mattress has the right mattress for you. So shop the Labor Day sale today, because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Save up to $800 on Purple mattress and adjustable base bundles. And get a $300 gift. Or check out the Colorado Twin for only $149.99. Plus, get 60 months no interest and free shipping. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
It is a weather alert day. We have strong winds and high fire danger. Meteorologist Matt Gray will have your forecast.
And Hannah Joy live in studio with details on National Guard troops in the streets of D.C. to combat homelessness and crime.
Yeah, but first, measles returns to North Idaho for the first time in more than 30 years. The Panhandle Health District confirms an unvaccinated child in Kootenai County tested positive for the highly contagious virus. Health officials now conducting contact tracing to figure out how the child contracted measles and who else may have been exposed. Symptoms typically appear 1 week after infection and can cause severe complications. Health professionals urge families to get vaccinated to protect against the resurgence.
Well, we're following some breaking news. A box truck rolled into a field early this morning on State Route 195. It's north of Thornton in Whitman County. According to Washington State Patrol, the driver was life-flighted to Spokane and is alert and stable and talking. The road is open, but emergency vehicles and tow trucks will be on the scene throughout the morning. If you're driving in this area, be sure to slow down and move over. Of course, use caution.
If you are noticing some dirty brown clouds in the sky, that is smoke from fires in western Washington and in western BC as well. Thankfully, they're elevated, so not affecting air quality, but we will see those hazy conditions throughout this day. We're also going to see some windy weather this afternoon, which is really going to raise up the fire danger. Let's not create any more smoke in our skies and be very careful as those winds pass through this afternoon. It is a 4 News Now weather alert day.
Spokane Valley fire investigators are working to catch the arsonist responsible for 6 fires set early yesterday morning. 3 fires started near the Marabou Trailhead at 2 o'clock in the morning. Then 3 more just a half a mile away on the Centennial Trail 5 minutes later. They join a growing number of fires intentionally set across the inland Northwest this summer. Investigators believe the same person set all 6 fires because of their location and timing. If you have any information about these fires, call Crime Check.
The Chelan County Sheriff's Office arrested an East Wenatchee teenager for starting a 305-acre wildfire last year. 18-year-old Eric Carranza Telez is charged with first-degree malicious mischief and second-degree reckless burning. Detectives say he had been in the area on the night of the fire and ignited a mortar-type firework that sparked the flames.
Police are searching for a suspect in connection with Monday's homicide in Hayden. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office says a man called 911 when he found blood on his front porch and an injured man on his property. KCSO says that a 35-year-old Kenneth Caldero died. If you know anything about what happened, call the Kootenai County Sheriff's Office.
A new performing arts center in Spokane Valley received a donation of more than $1 million to help complete construction. It's being built on East Mansfield Avenue near the Spokane Valley Mall. Here's what the site should look like when it's done. The Spokane Valley Summer Theater says part of that money will cover a 500% rent hike to use Central Valley School District's facilities next year. The rest will go toward construction.
We have an update from the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center this morning. We reported last week that the food bank had to close its doors because it was out of food. Yesterday, the center posted on Facebook its emergency food drive raised more than $5,000 and 10,000 pounds of donated food. It posted these pictures of the shelves filling up once again. And today is the final day of the drive, and the center is still accepting donations, saying thank you again, Spokane. We are so grateful for this community. If you'd like to donate, we have information on how you can help on KXLY.com.
We are following breaking news out of D.C. Overnight, National Guard troops hit the streets to tackle homelessness and crime. They got their orders, then took position along the National Mall. Now, the Army says they won't be carrying weapons, but will have access if needed. This mission could take weeks as the city addresses security and homelessness at the same time. For live updates from D.C. and reaction from city leaders, tune in to Good Morning America.
And we will be live on TV and streaming on KXLY Plus for one of the Salvation Army's biggest events of the year. The Backpacks for Kids giveaway starts at 9 o'clock this morning at their Indiana Street location. It's first come, first serve, and supplies are handed out based on grade level. Parents, you'll need a photo ID and proof of that your child lives in your household, like a school ID or a registration.
Yeah, lines start early. So if you plan to head down there, I would get down there this morning. This is a live look. Checking out your Wednesday morning as we go to a break. Last check of weather right after this.
At
At Walker's Furniture, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. So this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're having a 3-day mattress sale where you can beat the Labor Day crowds and save hundreds on top name brand mattresses. Shop early to get 2 free pillows with your mattress purchase while supplies last. Plus, take advantage of 3 years no interest financing with no money down, as well as free delivery and up to $300 of free furniture with select purchases. This weekend only at Walker's.
I just turned 37 and I found a lump. By the time that I had it checked out and was able to get in and see a doctor and all that, I was at stage 3. Part of the reason I think that I didn't go get it checked out right away is that I was really scared. When I got the call, it was gone. It was such a huge relief. Even if you don't feel that it's in you, that you have a lump or you have a reason to get checked, you are a woman, get checked.
If you want to shine this summer and be healthy and fit, then this week is the perfect time to join Move Fitness for about $1 a day and keep your body looking good for the swimsuit season. Move Fitness.
And as we've gone through the morning, we've seen this dirty brown sky kind of take over as smoke from fires over west of the Cascades have moved over our region. That's not going to stop the winds that are going to come in later today, so our fire threat remains high. It is a 4 News Now weather alert day. Just be careful this afternoon. Once we get past this afternoon, fire danger goes back down again, way down, as we see our temperatures drop more than 10 degrees, 10 to 15 plus degrees for Friday. For Saturday, we'll also have a chance of rain as we're waking up on Saturday morning.
Thanks so much for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Now we will see you throughout the morning with live local updates throughout GMA. It starts right now.